who made the first move and how did it happen? I really was not expected to go anywhere.
To be friend?
What's one stereotype of dating a Jamaican person that people knew wasn't true? All right.
So you didn't even debunk that stereotype. You just proved it to be true. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Neekah, and today I'm with my boyfriend Leo.
Hey.
And we have some matcha. This is actually my first time ever trying matcha, and we waited in line for like an hour. We were even outside in the rain for a little bit before we got in, so sorry if I look a hot mess. I was in the rain.
It was crazy in there though. They had like some promo deal going on from like 2 p.m. to their closing time, where if you get like a drink, you get a free soft serve. So that's why you see me with my little soft serve here. And we actually kind of went OD. We got like 3 drinks.
Yeah, so this one is like the blue drink, it's called. It's like ube, lavender, and blueberry. So I'm excited to try this and try matcha for the first time. But I thought, you know what? When you're drinking a nice little matcha drink or having a little coffee date, you kind of want to reminisce and discuss things. So I thought it'd be fun to do a Q&A since I have so many videos with Leo up, and kind of just like talk about our relationship, and especially like our interracial relationship and kind of how that goes. This would be like a good opportunity for you guys to get to know us a little bit better. But before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, come on. It means a lot, it does a lot, and it helps a lot. So just do it.
This is really good, by the way.
Yeah, now let's get into the video. So I know you gotta shake, Shanora, shake a body right. This is gonna be my first sip of matcha.
What does that taste like?
It tastes good. It tastes kind of like, I like the creaminess of it. It's not like a creamy drink, but it tastes like smooth.
Okay.
And I knew I liked ube, so I kind of like it. You should have said.
Well, I have my own, but sure, I'll take a little sip of yours.
It's nice, right?
It's like light. Fancy.
I would have this drink again. I would never wait in that line again, but I would have this drink again, like a cute little refreshing matcha drink.
And I'm still here enjoying my ice cream. But guys, let's get into some of the questions that you may have. We're happy to answer them for y'all.
Okay, so first question would be like, how did we meet and what was our first impression of each other? So we met at work, actually. Like that's how we met. We both worked at the same job.
So I was working at the job first.
Yes.
And then like Neekah came in afterwards.
Yes.
At first,
my first impression.
Well, we're talking about first impression now.
Well, yeah.
My first impression of you.
My first impression, I remember like he was kind of, because I have pretty big social anxiety. Like I get really nervous, like starting a new job too. Like, and I was way younger. This was a long time ago, so I was also younger.
Okay.
And I was feeling nervous, I remember, to like meet these people and their guys and everything. But I remember Leo actually was very talkative, and he made me feel really comfortable right away. So I remember liking him. Like my impression of him right away was, oh, like he's a nice guy and he's making me feel like comfortable around him, and like he was good at like conversation. So I remember that was my first impression. I don't know if you would really have a first impression of me.
Well, my first impression of Neekah was that she was very quiet. She was just a shy person.
I'm not a shy person, but I'm a quiet person.
Yeah, and I just had to get her out of her bubble. But she was very nice, and you know, like the first impression, like we didn't really have much to say to each other, but over time got to know her really well. Yeah,
we like built a friendship at work. I remember I used to actually like always hope we were like working the same shifts together, and I would hope that we were, if we weren't, like, because like there was different locations that we could be working, I was hoping that at least we had break at the same time. I started to kind of have like a little crush on him, honestly. I was always like, oh, is Leo work? Because he just, honestly, I just liked being around him. So it was not like a huge crush, but I fancied him a little bit.
And guys, funny story, like there was one time where like our breaks didn't really overlap, and we were working at the same kind of location, and Neekah actually skipped her break just to chill with me.
That's so embarrassing.
At the workplace, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, you know, she kind of...
I just wanted to keep talking to him, and like, I skipped my break. I was like, no, I'll just stay here with you and not go on break.
Yeah, so she wasn't getting paid for that either way, but I guess she you know, got her time's worth just by hanging out and talking, I guess. So it's well spent to me.
Yeah, well, look where we are now. So
guys, I'm like killing this matcha ice cream. We actually have 3 cups of these. All right guys, so for our next question here, we have, can you share a funny or unexpected moment that shows how our cultures mix in our relationship? I would say that
you have one?
it's not really funny or unexpected, but you know, as like a foodie and as an Asian person, we're very like well versed in like food and culture and stuff. And not to say that y'all aren't, but like Neekah didn't know about a lot of kinds of foods.
Yeah,
that,
but I don't know if that has. I grew up in a small like town at Pickering. It's like outside of Toronto, and it was very white when I grew up there, and it was just very white. Like I wasn't going and having and trying different foods. I was just really mainly having Jamaican food or like the food around me.
Like what's something that I've introduced you? I've introduced you like pho.
Yeah, but I would say something like crazy was like probably like balut. He really had balut in front of me and tried to have like make me have it, and honestly like
she didn't have it.
No disrespect, but I really don't think I could ever have that.
Yeah, it's not even really that bad. It just looks crazy, but it literally just tastes like chicken.
I literally don't think I could ever have that.
It's literally an egg with a small little chicken in it.
I could never have that.
It's really simple. It's not hard.
I could never.
All right, guys. So we'll pick another question here. So, what's one stereotype about dating a Filipino that you wish people knew that wasn't true?
Honestly, I haven't really heard many stereotypes. I feel like maybe some I've heard, like the guys can be toxic, the Filipino guys, which is true. So, and short.
Wow.
No, but honestly, everyone always says like Filipinos are so nice and so kind and so helpful and so caring, which it is very true. But at the same time, I feel like stereotypes are just bad, and that mindset can also almost dehumanize like people from the Philippines because they're just known to be so sweet and nice. Like they're more than just being nice and kind. Like they have emotions. They can get angry. They can get sad. Like I don't know. Like I find it really funny when people go to the Philippines. They're like they're the nicest people on the planet, which is obviously like it's so nice to be nice, but even having that like on you that you're so nice, it maybe feels like you can't even have like an off day. So I would say that's like a stereotype.
Okay. And if I had to flip it around and be like, what's one stereotype of dating a Jamaican person that you wish people knew wasn't true? I don't know. I don't have one because like it's not really a stereotype. Maybe when
never heard any stereotypes?
Yeah, like I said, attitude. Like, you know, like,
and you would say that's not true?
I would say like, you know, like you always hear like a lot of black girls have a lot of attitude. It's true in some cases. Like she even got a little attitude sometimes too, but for the most part, she's not bad. She's
it's just
nice.
Like every other girl has an attitude.
Yeah, like you know how they're like kind of spicy. They're like compared to like Latinas or whatnot. Like that's a stereotype, but it ain't true.
Yeah, we're not like aggressive and mean and stuff. I'm not aggressive. I'm very sweet.
She's small and like cute package, but she could be a little aggressive sometimes. All right.
So you didn't even debunk that stereotype. You just proved it to be true.
What is your favorite Filipino dish, and have we ever tried cooking it together? Guys, I've put Neekah on like a lot of different dishes, so she better have something. Like maybe she might not remember or know, but she's eaten a few dishes.
I have, and even like my friend, like I said before, my roommate and my bestie, he is Filipino, so he's even introduced me to stuff too. And we've never actually cooked a Filipino dish, but I think that would be so fun. Comment down below if you think you would like to see us cook like a Filipino dish, and what is your favorite Filipino dish. I would say I really like, the first thing that came to mind was pancit. I feel like I really like pancit. Is that weird?
Yeah, because it's not really weird, it's just very common, you know?
Okay, well I like pancit. Pancit.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like something like sinigang.
Sinigang is good too.
So what is sinigang for the viewers out here?
Isn't that when the broth is kind of sour?
Yeah, wow. See guys, she knows what's up. It's like meats, vegetables, and like a sour tamarind soup. Personally, one of my favorites.
Honestly, that is pretty good. Like those two are probably my favorites.
Nice. And then for me, like what's my favorite Jamaican food?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really like a, you know, you might think I'm gonna say oxtail, but I would say like jerk pork. Like I usually get that a lot. Sometimes I'll even have it like stuffed in like one of those like Jamaican patties with the cocoa bread. fire.
My favorite Jamaican dish would be ackee and saltfish. I tried to put him onto that, but the place we went to wasn't the best. And I didn't realize that ackee and saltfish is like an acquired taste. So he didn't really care for it, but I feel like we need to have it again and he'll like it. That's my favorite dish.
Yeah, I'm just sticking to the basics, you know, jerk chicken, jerk pork.
But yeah, we need to cook some Jamaican food together too.
We will. Guys, Neekah had the blue, but this is the cheesecake matcha. You just see it right here. Matcha. I'm not gonna try this right now. I'm probably gonna save it when I get back home. But yeah, everything has tasted pretty good so far.
So another question was like, what is the difference from dating like interracially versus like dating in the same race? And I would say obviously like everyone's different, so there's always going to be differences, but in terms of like culture, I guess no one will like, there's, at least for being black, like I feel like there's certain things that a black guy, I wouldn't have to explain certain things to him that I would have to like explain to him,
like why you use a bonnet.
Yeah, like wearing a bonnet at night. Right. That would never even be a discussion that we have to talk about, but like that was like his first time seeing like the bonnet or seeing all my different hairstyles. There's just like, I guess, like a common understanding you have when you date someone within the same race, and that's just like nice. But it's fun sharing like cultures with somebody else. Even
with like dating within the same culture for like Filipinos, maybe it's just like, again, I guess a bit easier because you kind of know like how Filipino culture is already, or like maybe inside jokes, or maybe have same kind of sort of taste or whatever. But yeah, dating outside of the relationship isn't you know, really anything too crazy. I didn't really have to explain to Neekah like anything like you know, out of pocket or different.
Yeah.
Maybe just we have like a karaoke machine in my house. So that's the only thing I gotta explain, because we like to sing. Well, my dad loves to sing. But yeah, like that's just part of our culture.
Leo loves singing all the time.
I don't really sing though.
He doesn't sing, like he can't sing, but he does always sing. And I guess, I feel like that probably is like a Filipino thing. And I wasn't really prepared for dances and songs all the time, but I think also because we both grew up in Toronto, there's not much. It's not like he was from the Philippines and I was from Jamaica and then we met. I bet there'd be way more for us to explain to each other and differences, but since we grew up here, it's kind of like we're the same. Maybe
like a kind of like insider thing is like in Filipino households, in the washrooms, we have like this small little like bucket type of thingy. And in like Filipino culture, we call that a tabo. And it's like after you like take a number 2, you use it to like wash your butt.
And I didn't know what that was.
I don't use a tabo, but you know, every Filipino household has one.
Yeah, so I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, like, and so you had to explain that to me. But that was probably one of the only things. And I think when we live together, I would like to get like a bidet situation.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we could get the bidet, but we're not gonna have a little bucket.
No, not the bucket, but we'll get a bidet.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we've been asking a lot of interracial questions about, you know, cultural differences and whatnot, but we'll take it back to maybe some things about us and our personal relationship. So the first question I have here is, who made the first move, and how did it happen? All right, guys. So I'll break it down.
Yeah, let's see if he tells it accurately.
I'll break it down. Who made the first move? I would say that when we were working together, I was just like, yo, do you want to come like smoke? We could chill, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of making like the first move, but
yeah, but that was like, he says that was just strictly friendship.
Yeah, just
like,
chill out.
He just wanted to chill, because we did actually like build a friendship. So he wanted to like hang out outside of work, and you said that you weren't really expecting it to go anywhere, right?
I really wasn't. Honest. I really was not expecting to go anywhere.
To be friends?
Yeah, so I really wasn't.
Were you hoping something would happen?
All right, guys. So no BS. When I asked to chill and all that, I really did think it was just like as a friendship type vibe. Because at that job, at that time, I wasn't thinking about dating, like, you know, one of my coworkers.
Yeah.
There were many different opposing factors that like it would not happen.
And we had like a bit of an age gap. Like he was older, so he, I guess, wasn't really thinking like romantically towards me.
I wasn't really thinking romantically.
He would flirt with me though at work, so
you know, I'm a little friendly.
You were okay.
Guy.
You weren't being friendly. You were flirting with me.
All right, but yeah, like I wasn't expecting too much, but after that first meetup, damn, I just fell in that sort of chase mode.
Yeah, after we hung out outside of work, I guess, you know, like, some, like, walls come down because you don't have to worry about, like, professionalism. So you kind of just, you know, become, like, cool with each other and easy. And, yeah, that's when I think when he really developed a crush on me.
That's when I started to develop a crush on Neekah, because I was like, damn, like, this girl is kind of interesting. She's different. Like, she was kind of chill. Like, I even gassed her up one time. I was like, yo, you got sauce.
Yeah, he was like, you're so saucy and stuff. I'm like, girl.
And she got gassed. She was like, oh my God, I got sauce.
So yeah, I would say he made the first move. And then after that, he kept pursuing me. So I would say he made the first
Cat and mouse game.
Because I
did
kept
make the
being
first
like,
move.
you know what, maybe not, because we are working, it can get messy. But he kept wanting to be with me. What's the most memorable experience we've had so far?
Well, I would actually say it would be like our last trip, like our Europe trip.
That wasn't our last trip.
Oh, okay, our second last trip. Because we were in St. Martin, but when we were just in Europe, everything was just so like carefree. We were vibing.
Yeah, it was really fun.
The weather was good.
It was good. And that was the first time we've had traveled together for like years.
Like 4 years.
Yeah, because it was like COVID and stuff, and then other things, personal things were just happening, so we weren't able to travel together, but that was definitely like well deserved, well needed, and it was so fun.
That was a trip to remember. Gotta definitely go back to Portugal or maybe anywhere else in Europe.
Yeah, we definitely need to go back to Portugal.
And what about you? What would you say?
Our most memorable experience together?
Experience, date, anything?
I guess for me it would be like also that trip, and maybe even Santorini, because Santorini is, I feel like, such like a bucket list destination, and the fact that we were in Ia and like we were in a hot tub like looking at like the caldera view, that to me was just like, how is this even happening right now? So I think that's like the most memorable experience.
Those are one of that Santorini trip is like what everyone sort of dreams of to do like once in their life, and we were so privileged to do that.
Yeah, I feel so lucky to have been able to just do that. But yeah, check out our Santorini vlog because it was so fun. Check out all of our Europe vlogs because they were really fun.
Yeah. All right, so next, what's one thing we've taught each other since we've been together? So it's kind of like, what have you learned from me? What have I learned from you? Because I feel like I've, you know, helped you a lot.
Yeah, he's going to say he's taught me a lot. I know he's going to say that.
Helped you a lot.
I can't
fact
think of
or
one.
no fact? Why, are you serious?
I know there is plenty, but I can't think of one.
I'll speak for Neekah. Like, guys, first of all, I helped Neekah's mindset change so much.
Okay, yeah.
So much.
I know, that's for sure. Yeah.
I'm a very persistent, consistent, optimistic person.
Yes.
And like, I always see like the opportunity that you could have, or you know, like the positivity that you could have in chasing your dreams and goals. And yeah, just reassuring Neekah that, like, you know, it is possible to do.
I'll talk because I know.
So fact?
Yeah,
Fact.
so I've said this before, I used to be a very, very negative person. I just always was, like, growing up, just negative. I think it's easy to be negative, you know, and terrible things happened to me, so it was fair to be very negative, but...
Which is valid.
But it's hard when you're in that negative mindset. It's kind of hard to get out, and when you think like the world's against you, it's always woe is me. But what's the point of living that way? Like, might as well be happy. So I feel like Leo really did help me like shift my mindset and just be more positive. So yeah, I would say he really did help me with that, because now I don't like to even speak negatively over my life anymore. I don't like to, obviously I get down sometimes, but I like to be very grateful, show a lot of gratitude, and try to manifest all this stuff and, you know, manifest my greatness. So I feel like he really did help me with that, actually. And I try to even help him in return with that, because sometimes we go through phases, and sometimes right now I feel like he's going through a more negative phase, and I try to like pull him out of that and, you know, speak positively. So
yeah, because sometimes I'll have my down days too. I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you know, why is this happening? But at the end of the day, it's all part of the journey, and the only way through is to go forward.
Yeah, so that's something he definitely taught me, and I'm so grateful, because that's really changed my outlook on life. So
and I would say for you, what you've taught me, I would just say that Neekah's actually opened up my mind a lot more. When I say that, I mean it could be in terms of perspective, because like for example, sometimes when it comes to, let's say, like your skin color or like your race, or even like, let's say, like your sexual orientation, there's so many different, like, I guess, nuances, or like people say intersectionalities, that people are like really judgmental on, you don't have a really like good understanding on. So I just feel like maybe just like some sensitive topics, you know, you open my mind and perspective a lot to be more understanding, maybe be more empathetic and sympathetic.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anything. What else do you think you've taught me?
You always say that I've opened your mind to travel, and I would say
that you've convinced me more to travel,
because he never went anywhere before we dated. Like, I'd be like, where have you gone? He hadn't really traveled. He didn't even care to really travel, but now like he has a travel bug from being
I'm trying to go everywhere,
and he's always trying to travel. So I feel like I really kind of influenced him to travel, because that's one of my favorite things to do.
All right, she actually did help me want to travel more. It just costs a lot of money, but we're traveling more.
Yeah. Okay, so last question here, guys. What's one piece of advice we'd have for couples like that are interracial and like, or maybe trying to embrace different cultural differences? I guess I would say just make sure that it's actually genuine. I mean, I think some people fetishize like interracial dating,
right,
and it's not like something to be like, oh, I want to date like an Asian guy, or I want to date a white, like, you know, just like going after someone just because of that. That's not genuine, and you're not going to build actually like a good foundation, because you're like seeking something that's kind of weird. But if you actually are in something, yeah, just getting to learn about the other person. And I think it's really important to also learn about the other person's culture, especially if it's maybe like unlike us, like we live here, but if they are from somewhere seriously, then it's really nice when someone actually takes an interest. So like trying their food, listening to their music, maybe even learning some phrases in their language. Maganda. So I think like that's what's special, because when people don't show that interest, you kind of feel like they don't care or like not appreciated. So that's what I would say. Just make an effort to actually know and learn about their culture.
Yeah, and for me, I think I would say that, you know, don't be afraid to get judged or anything like that. You just gotta fight for your feelings, and just really fight for what you want. Like, if you really like that person or love that person, you can just give it a shot, give it a chance.
Yeah,
you have to just get like experience, and you know, like it's like dating is like a whole sort of like game in a sense, right? You gotta like test out, be with different people and whatnot. And you know, if you do end up in an interracial relationship and you're scared about what other people think, that will just you know, make you hold back being like as true as you can to like your partner.
Because everyone's gonna think something about everything, and even though we are in a diverse city, I feel like our interracial relationship isn't as common. Even though interracial relationships are common, ours, like, you don't see as much. Like
I think it's kind of common though.
A black woman and Asian guy.
Oh, okay, like yeah, black and Asian, but yeah, like
a black woman guy, Asian guy. I feel like
Asian girl, you see a lot.
You see that a lot, but I don't think you see our mix that much. So I feel like even though we are in such a diverse place, even when we go out, we do, like, people probably are looking at us and wondering, are they dating? Like, are they actually together? But you can't care about the looks that you're getting, or people are staring. And sometimes, you know, people are curious. Sometimes people are racist, but you have to live. I love this guy. I'm gonna just care about us when we go out. So you might have to have those blinders on sometimes, because yeah, people are gonna look, and
people are gonna hate, people are gonna talk, people are gonna judge regardless. Just be happy. I go through life just looking to make new memories and be happy with Neekah like every single day. And you know, we're excited for the things that we have coming up and looking to do this year. And I don't see myself you know, falling out of love or being without Neekah anytime soon.
Yeah, we've been together for a while, so a long time. I think I see a while more. If you guys have any questions for us, please comment down below. If you like this video, let us know. If you want us to do like a more in-depth kind of video, then just let us know. We're open to anything. I think we're gonna end the video here, but please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, come on. It means a lot, it does a lot, and it helps a lot. And if you're Jamaican or Filipino, drop the Filipino and Jamaican flag below. I want to see how many of you guys are here.
We'll have more questions and more answers for y'all for the next time. Ciao.
Bye. See you in the next one.